Anyway, we've got some more guests, and these guests are kind of fun, kind of, I said, because they are the ones who help us immensely with our IT stuff, computer stuff. They are working hard to help us with the touchpads
Yes.
in the Ecology Hall, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
And Judy, I'm going to let you take over this and introduce them because they're a fun group of guys. Here you go.
Well, we got a couple great representatives from Voltz. We got Jim and we got Jake. Come on over, guys, and let's have a seat.
Come on over. Take a seat. Take a red chair.
Well, welcome to the Bear Center, and this is Jim right here to my right, and that's Jake. And welcome to the Bear Center. They're from Voltz, and it's a local company here, and they are our IT support here at the Bear Center. I mean, when some of you folks, say, well, this cam's got a problem, this isn't working right, or whatever, well, guess what? These are some of the people we call to help us out. And they're going to be with us for a long time. They have been working on a lot of the infrastructure in the new building, and the current project that we got in hand now is kind of Jake's baby. Jake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's touch screens, and I want to give Jake an opportunity to talk a little bit. And I said to him, and of course I always preface it, I'm not a big techie, but I know I can say to Jake or Jim, broke, fix. It does this, and it shouldn't. And somehow they make it work. Well, we got a little bit more to do this time with the touch screens, and 27 inches. I mean, that's a big touch screen. So, Jake, I want to give you the mic here a minute and just kind of briefly go over for the techies and the non-techies that are listening worldwide, kind of what we're doing here and kind of the direction we've been working with and where we're at.
And remember, Jake, she said brief.
Okay. So
just a minute here. The reason why I said that is Jake and I can get into real long conversations. We have a competition on who can go the longest. So it's sticking up for Jake. We kind of have fun with it, but Jake usually does win, even though he disappointed. Let me give that to you. Here you go.
So the project is, it started off with the Ecology Hall to label the initial mammals that were coming into it, where you could touch and interact with it. Imagine a iPad, 27 inches, all about the Bear Center, the Ecology Hall, the animals, with interactive video, pictures. The end goal is to eventually do some fun stuff with it, with some games and some puzzles built in, just to help educate everybody from young age, 3, 4, 5, that they can get and have fun with it, and up into 60, 70, it's going to be fun. It's all about a pleasurable learning experience that's interactive, so that you get to learn at your own pace, not having somebody else try to tell you how to do it. So.
Hey, Jake, I got a question for us. I'm a baby boomer, gang. I'm one of those baby boomers. So how do you work a touch screen, Jake? Can you tell us baby boomers how that works?
Yeah, so this is the beauty of this is, like I said, it's 27 inches, so it's large, but it's your hand's the controller, so you can touch it, tap it, swipe your hand on it, and part of what we're doing to help the generation gap, so to speak, with it is we're going to have some nice signs made for it that explain the different gestures and how to do it, and then my understanding is they'll have somebody walking around helping everybody with it, so it's nice and easy to use. Oh yeah.
There'll be tiles on the screen, so you click a tile, you touch, it's going to take you to, you're looking at porcupine, and you want to, the next thing is you want to find out where porcupine lives, and it's going to drill down into there, and it's just going to kind of be interactive, and it's going to feed off itself with each individual question. So.
Let me go check the battery.
Reset it in there, Judy, because the light shows that it's on and good. Testing. I think it's working. I can hear us up here. Testing. I got to believe it's working right now. We're going to give a little visit to everybody. I just got beeped here because I can hear myself right now. It would figure that as soon as Voltz gets here, that the system would go down. It just goes to show, though, how we got something fixed so fast with them. It was like lightning speed. As minute that this happened, Jake jumped up, and Jake is not a flake. He got it handled. So we all know that. And right now I'm sitting here with this porcupine on my lap, and I know Jim was explaining why. And I'm going to let Jim re-explain why to you, because I think we ended with, what did I hear last that we had gotten told? The last thing we heard was?
I'm not a techie.
I'm not a techie.
Right. So, yeah.
So Judy was saying, I'm not a techie. Why don't you tell us how those touch screens work? Those 27-inch touch screens. Jake?
So they essentially run like an iPad or any other tablet, just a lot larger, and they're interactive for education. So you can go in, touch the animal block that you want to learn about. You'll see information about the animal, maps for their habitat, photos, videos, and a lot of other fun stuff that these guys are putting together for it. And everything's in it. You know, you'll be able to tap it, swipe your hand on it for different things, to slide through galleries, learn about the foods they eat. So you'll have those, and then with them to help the baby boomers and the non-techies among us, there'll be a nice sign made above them all that explain the gestures and how to work through it.
Cool. Jim, you want to explain?
Well, I mean, if we kind of drill down, and we got this nice touch screen, and it's going to have the tiles, and it's going to have the interactive piece that Jake was hitting on. So I mean, some examples would be, we got Mr. Porcupine here. We select the porcupine on the screen, touch it, and we're going to have options to select habitat. We kind of drill down and learn a little bit more about the porcupine, its lifestyle, maybe possible predators, natural habitat, those types of things. So it's going to be interactive. It's just it's going to be inquisitive. It's going to force you to ask more questions as you go through it and want to learn more. And it's just going to keep you tied into it. So. Yep.
Yeah, really pretty simple. In fact, I've actually gone to some places where they have some touch screens, not quite 27-inch, but I've actually watched a variety of people try to use the touch screens, and it's very interesting where you see children go right up to them and they know exactly what they're doing, and that's one thing that Dr. Rogers has really emphasized, is that we want this room to be user-friendly for all ages, and that was really one of the big requirements. We wanted it to be user-friendly, but it's really interesting about touchscreens. You think, well, you just turn it on and it goes. Well, there is tons of information that we're still working on supplying, Jake, from you volunteers. We have a team of volunteers that are researching these animals, all the mammals and the birds and the fish and many other of the animals that are in the Northwoods Ecology Hall, and that's all volunteers. We've given them a template and of information and sources. We've got pictures, videos, All that will reside in the touchscreen, and some great. They mentioned some great things. I think these two are learning about our animals, habitat, home range, food groups, mating, bringing up their young, all that kind of stuff people can learn about. And it's going to be a work in progress. We're upwards near of 155 155 animals if we had them all. Are we going to have them all on day one? No, we're not. But we're going to have a lot of them. And so it's a work in progress. And I'm really encouraged that, May 1st, we're going to make it. We're really going to make it. And there's going to be either 4 to 6 of them around the Northwoods Ecology Hole. We haven't quite decided the number yet. Is it going to be 4, 5, or 6? But our visiting public will tell us that. They're going to tell us if we've got not enough, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, you want to comment on some things here? We'll pass this over.
Okay. Just a couple of things heading in a little different direction as the Voltz family build this for us. We've made a nice partnership with them, and we're working hard together to get things here updated, which will enhance your guys' experience outside in front of the falls, the den cams. I shouldn't say den cams, but the help me out, I'm getting a little loose here again. Ted's cam, Holly cam, Lucky's cam. We're going to be doing some things that'll really enhance your guys' experience, and we're going to try and get it so that we can limit the amount of times they go down, correct? Yes. And that's just with doing some upgrades and some things that have gotten a little bit tired, like I am. But, and you don't always function good when you're tired, but I'm trying here. But I got to tell you something, when we're looking at, a good partnership with these guys, I think that, we're getting what we ask for. They're willing to give, and we're willing to work together. It's fun. And I think, Jake, if I'm not wrong, or Judy, are we not going to also do a little bit of upgrading on the North American Bear Center side eventually here soon?
Yes, we are.
We are. Jake, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep. So with part of this whole project was to bring some of that interactive, fun learning for kids back into the current building and back into everything. And so one of the pieces with this is make it interactive, fun platform with a lot of the information that's in this current building in a way that relates easier to people towards, if they don't want to have to walk around or whatever, and it teaches them more about the current bears that are here. So, all 4 of the bears will have their own special section with all the information on them, so everybody can have access to that while they're here. And then there'll be information about, camping with bears is a hot topic that I know these guys get asked about a bunch. So we're going to make sure that that's front and center to help educate people so that there's no more fear about it. That you can understand that it's not a big deal to go out into the woods. It's not the fear, the scare, and try to help start changing that at a young, fun age with the education.
Really neat. I got to ask Jim a question. Jim, how long have you been in this field?
Too long. Gosh, boy, I've been doing this for over 20 years. Over 20 years. So yeah. I guess I'm a implant from Omaha, Nebraska. Came up here, so I worked in the IT field in Omaha and started out in Voltz, and here I am. So it's much better. The weather is a little colder, but overall it's just a little. So, but overall it's great. So
cool. And Jake, same with you. How long you been with Voltz now?
I've been there for a little over 3 years now. Me and my family moved up here, looking for a quiet place to be. So Ely is definitely a quiet place to raise a family.
And where are you from?
A little bit everywhere. Last place I was living was South Dakota. So.
Okay. Oh. South Dakota. We got a South Dakota transplant. That's pretty cool. And we really look forward to building the future with them and having some fun, getting us the ecology center going, and the Hope Learning Center next, and then there's going to be a lot of stuff growing with all the education with Judy that they're going to be involved in, right? Yep, first things first, we got to get our, we need to get Dr. Rogers' dream going and get that stuff up and running, and that's our goal, is to fulfill what he wants us to do. And it's kind of neat because I found out that age don't mean that you don't want technology. Because every time we turn around, you guys, is he not making it more technological?
Very much so, yes.
I mean, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. I mean, he has not lost sight at all of the fact that he wants his place state of the art in a lot of ways and wants to move forward with it. And I think that's just a wonderful thing. But anyway, we want to thank Voltz for coming. They've taken the time out of their busy day, and they actually helped us. Actually, they set all this up so that we could come to you, and I think it's worked out well, and been a lot of fun. A little stress here and there, right? But you know what? That's okay. We're all good with it. Now all we got to do is make sure this stuff works through the night. Do you think we can? Do you guarantee it?
That's a dangerous question.
Judy, they're not willing to guarantee it. But they do guarantee all their work for you out there. So
I guarantee you have my cell phone number, and you can call me if you need me.
Okay, and did you want to give that out to everybody in case they have problems with the cams later in their life? He doesn't want to give his personal phone number out. Yeah. Anyway, we want to thank everybody for taking the time to get to know the Voltz family, and we just really, really appreciate you guys and what you're doing out there. And we want to keep going with this Give to the Max. We got to keep looking at it and keep getting that thermometer moving up. In fact, you know what? I think that we're getting close to being able to cover one of those. In fact, I think we're gonna. And Judy, should we take just a minute to go grab one of those red deals with a piece of tape? Because I think that's the exciting part of it. We've been wanting to get to. We're going to point the bear to the next level. And boy, that's really kind of cool. There's one other thing I do want to point out to you with Voltz. Well, Judy's getting that. I probably should have got it for her. It wasn't fair for me to ask her. But Voltz has also been instrumental in helping us with donations as far as cost goes on a lot of this stuff. And they're always willing to help out and, donate too. And they have been there for us. And I thank you guys for that, for backing us and helping us in a lot of the areas. I know that they have helped us with some stuff in building the animals and different things, and that's really appreciated. So anybody out there gets to see these two, and as the cameras start working great in the next month or two, and you start getting all kinds of juicy stuff that you really have wanted for a long time, you can thank those guys, because they're working on it to get it better for you. And look at that. There goes the bear cub up the thermometer. And you may see a lot of white above that and that, but we are getting excited each moment we move. And you know what? Wherever we end up, we're very happy. Don't you think? Because
every dollar counts.
That's right, it does. And we want to thank you again and have a great day, and we'll see you at 3:30. Thank you, and we're sorry about that inconvenience at the beginning. Bye now.